Here's your hot take before we even roll the intro music. This past weekend just completely rewrote the rugby rulebook. While everyone's obsessing over Antoine Dupont and Caelan Doris heading to Six Nations camp, the real revolution happened in the shadows. Squad depth isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's literally what separates champions from pretenders. And some of our so-called elite clubs, they just got exposed as paper tigers who crumble the moment their stars disappear.
Welcome to Rugby Rundown. I'm Gavlar, and that fiery voice you just heard belongs to my co-host Adrian, who clearly has some strong opinions about this past weekend's action. Today, we're dissecting what I'm calling the Great Depth Test of 2026, that crucial window from January 30th to February 1st when Six Nations preparations stripped our elite clubs bare of their marquee talent. The central question we're tackling: has squad depth officially become more valuable than star power in modern rugby?
Absolutely, Gav. And what we witnessed wasn't just about surviving without the stars, it was about which clubs actually thrived. Let's talk results that matter.
Right, so let's break down the evidence. Glasgow Warriors, missing Tuipulotu, Fagerson, Jones, Cummings, didn't just beat Munster, they demolished them 31-22 with a bonus point. They made 10 changes to their starting lineup, yet their tactical execution was seamless. But here's where I disagree with your opening statement, Adrian.
Oh, here we go. Lay it on me, stats man.
This isn't just about depth being more important than stars. It's about systematic preparation meeting opportunity. The data shows Glasgow's shadow backline outscored Munster's first-choice unit 4 tries to 1 in the first half. That level of tactical cohesion doesn't happen by accident. It's Franco Smith's system protecting the player.
But you're missing the human element. Dan Lancaster making that incredible 50-meter interception try, Scott Penny scoring a hat trick for Leinster. These weren't just system players executing a playbook. These were hungry athletes with massive chips on their shoulders, finally getting their moment to prove themselves on the big stage.
I'll grant you the individual moments matter, but look at the bigger patterns here. We can categorize these successes into 3 distinct strategic models. There's the academy pipeline like Leinster and Saracens, the window-proof Galapagos like Montpellier with Stuart Hogg and Ali Price, and the systemic collective like Glasgow and Toulouse.
That's actually brilliant analysis. But here's what your models miss: the psychological warfare. Why did La Rochelle collapse 44-24 to Lyon at home? It wasn't tactical failure, it was pure mental breakdown. They lost their emotional anchor in Uini Atonio to retirement. Their French stars were gone, and boom, 31-7 down at halftime to a Lyon side that smelled blood.
That's exactly proving my point, though. La Rochelle's over-reliance on key individuals made them vulnerable. Meanwhile, Toulouse was missing Dupont and Tomek, their entire spine, and still secured a bonus point win over Bayonne. Paul Grau stepped in seamlessly because Toulouse's system protects the player, not the other way around.
But that's exactly what I'm talking about. Grau wasn't just a system replacement. He was an athlete who'd been waiting in the shadows for his shot. Those sniping runs, that game management. This was a guy proving he belongs at the top level, channeling years of hunger into one perfect performance.
Fair point. Now let's talk about the most critical moment of the weekend. For me, it's gotta be Saracens' response to absolute chaos. Mark McCall stepping down, missing Jamie George, Maro Itoje, Ben Earl, and they still dominated Newcastle 35-12 in driving rain. That's organizational resilience at its finest.
No way! The turning point was Leinster's second-half comeback against Edinburgh, down 15-7 at halftime, missing over 20 senior players, facing an Edinburgh side that looked stronger on paper with guys like Duhan van der Merwe. But they rallied to win 28-20 through pure willpower and academy grit.
Both valid, but here's the thing. All these performances point to what I'm calling a hidden league table, one that measures organizational health, not just points. Glasgow and Leinster are effectively tournament-proof now. They've bought themselves crucial buffers for the business end of the season.
Exactly right. And here's the second-order effect nobody's discussing. This depth revolution is going to transform international selection completely. Scotland's Six Nations chances just got a massive boost because their players are battle-tested under real pressure, not just warming benches and getting garbage time.
That's crucial insight. We're also seeing recruitment strategies evolved rapidly. Montpellier's available star model, with Hogg and Price absolutely destroying Stade Francais 44-7. Clubs are weaponizing the international calendar in completely new ways. It's strategic genius.
And the confidence factor is absolutely massive here. Players like Lancaster, Penny, Grau, Charlie Bracken, they've just announced themselves to the rugby world. The psychological boost they'll carry forward could be season-defining for their clubs and potentially career-changing for them personally.
Absolutely. Now, looking ahead, what does this mean for the remainder of the season? I think we're witnessing clubs like Toulouse and Saracens successfully bridging the gap between their golden generation and the next wave. That's championship-caliber depth right there.
Meanwhile, teams like La Rochelle and Munster just got a harsh reality check. Their overdependence on stars makes them vulnerable when those players aren't available. In the modern game, you need 40-plus players who can compete at the highest level, not just 23.
Right. Time for final whistle predictions. Adrian, give me your boldest take for how this depth revolution plays out for the rest of the season.
Glasgow wins the URC outright. They've just proved their system works under extreme pressure and bought themselves a massive point buffer. Plus, Dan Lancaster forces his way into Scotland's Six Nations squad by championship's end. Mark my words. Your turn, numbers man.
I'm backing Leinster and Toulouse to both reach their respective finals based on organizational strength. And here's the kicker. At least 3 of the breakthrough players we discussed today get called up for summer international tours. The depth has literally become the talent pipeline.
Love it. One final prediction. This weekend marks the beginning of the end for the superstar model in rugby. Teams will start prioritizing system players over marquee signings. The hidden league table is about to become the real league table that matters.
That's Rugby Rundown for today. I'm Gavlar alongside Adrian, and we want to hear from you. Did this weekend fundamentally change how you view squad depth? Are we witnessing a seismic shift in how rugby championships are won? Hit us up on social media with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more tactical breakdowns and passionate debates. Until next time, keep watching the shadows. That's where the next generation of champions are hiding, waiting for their moment to shine.